In a corner of the old cemetery in Las Vegas, Nevada, there is a grave that even locals are afraid to talk about. This grave is neither of a famous person, nor is it a very old historical landmark, but everyone still passes by it from afar. There is always one thing placed on this grave: a century-old camera. A black, worn-out box camera with a lens half broken, but still looks complete with a strange charm. People say that the camera automatically returns to the grave, even if someone picks it up. A young man who lived near this cemetery, Adam Lee, was fond of photography. Far from the glittering life of Vegas, on quiet nights, he often sat in the park next to the cemetery and took pictures of light and shadow. He loved taking pictures of mysterious places, but he had never dared to go there, even after hearing about this famous grave. But one night, everything changed. That night was cold. There was a strange chill and silence in the air. Adam was sitting in the park with his camera when he heard a strange rustling sound coming from the cemetery. At first he thought it was an animal, but then the sound came again, and this time it was more distinct. Adam turned on his flashlight and looked towards the cemetery path. There were rows of graves in the circle of light, and in the middle lay the camera. The same mysterious camera that used to be kept on the grave, but today it was lying on the ground as if someone had deliberately placed it there. Adam was certainly scared, but curiosity was greater. He went to the camera, picked it up, and began to wipe the dust off the top of the camera. As his finger moved closer to the lens, a soft click came from inside the camera, like an automatic shutter. Adam stepped back. He looked around. No one was there. The air had stopped, and the entire cemetery was watching him, holding its breath. The photographer inside Adam woke up. He controlled his heart and turned on the camera. Surprisingly, the camera was working perfectly, as if it had just been repaired. He pointed the camera at the cemetery gate, the trees, and the paths of graves leading into the distance. For a moment, he thought about letting go, but then he pressed the shutter. Click! The flash didn't go off, but a strange chill spread throughout Adam's arm, as if an icy hand had touched him. This was the first moment of that night that he would never forget. When Adam got home, he opened the camera. Inside was a roll of old-style photos. He was surprised that such an old camera was still working. He immediately developed a film out of curiosity. The first photo was an ordinary cemetery. The second photo was the same path to the cemetery. The third photo, the tree, but the fourth photo almost slipped out of Adam's hand. In the photo of the cemetery, a man was standing, looking straight at the camera. His face was blurred, but his eyes were perfectly clear, absolutely straight, as if he was looking into Adam's soul. Adam panicked and put the picture in his bag. But then he thought, maybe it was a coincidence. Maybe there was some reflection in the camera lens. But a strange uneasiness had awakened in his heart. He could not stop himself until noon. He went to the cemetery again, this time during the day. People's words kept echoing in his mind. If you take a picture with this camera, there will always be an extra person in it. That person is not alive, but someone else. Many people disappeared. After this camera, Adam looked at the grave. The camera was put back there, as if it had never been picked up. Adam's heart beat fast. I had brought it with me. Wasn't it true? He had brought the camera home at night. Then how did it get here? He quickly opened the bag. The camera was not inside, only the pictures, and the pictures were torn. Someone had bitten them with their teeth. There were such signs. Adam's breath stopped. Suddenly, the wind began to blow in the cemetery. The leaves of the trees began to rustle. The sound of footsteps was falling on the sand behind Adam. Slow but clear. Adam looked back. There was no one. He turned on the flashlight. The light fell on an old grave. The same grave where the camera used to be. Something new was written on the gravestone as if someone had scratched it with a fresh tool. He is still in the picture. Adam's body started to tremble. He immediately started running out of the cemetery. But as soon as he reached the gate, his mobile's flashlight automatically turned off. In the darkness, he heard someone breathing very close to him. Slowly, coldly, and right next to his ear. You took my picture. Now let me finish. Adam shouted and turned on the mobile's flash. The same blurry face stood in front of the light, the eyes with the picture, right in front of him. Adam fell to the ground, backing away. The man was slowly approaching him. Adam raised the mobile camera, perhaps in defense, or perhaps out of intense fear. But as soon as he held the camera up, the mysterious man showed his full face for the first time. He was neither human nor a shadow. He was an incomplete reflection with white eyes, as if someone had half erased him and left him half alive. Adam clasped his hands together, saying, "Please, please." But the mirror came to his ear and whispered, "One picture remains. The last picture. Complete me." Suddenly, the camera appeared in Adam's hand automatically. The same old camera. The shutter opened automatically. Adam had no chance to run. He understood only one thing: if he let the shutter open, his life was over. If he didn't let it open, maybe there was a way. He started hitting the camera on the ground with all his strength. Instead of breaking, the camera was becoming the same as before. With each blow, it shone more and more like new. Then suddenly, the shutter opened. Click! A terrible scream echoed in the cemetery. Adam, the next morning, the cemetery guard saw a new camera by the grave, new, but the same old design. Its lens was half broken, and fresh soil was spread on the ground in front of him, as if someone had been buried in the night, and a new name had been added to the tombstone: Adam Lee. Locals noticed that an extra person was now appearing in each new photo, the blurred face of a young photographer, perhaps still trying to perfect himself.